guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. Happy 2025. I hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday and that you're reset and recharged and ready for the new year. As one does, I was cleaning up and clearing out, and I thought it would be a great idea to do a video of all my favorite beauty products from 2024. I'm in the process of clearing out the things that I've used already and need to replenish, things that I didn't really use and I probably won't use again or buy again, and things that I absolutely loved. And so in this video, I'm going to share the products that I absolutely love and would recommend going into 2024 that you look into and buy if you're looking for something similar. So let's jump right in. Alright guys, so I've categorized this into 3, maybe 4, because I'm doing makeup. I've categorized it into makeup, skin and body care, hair care, and beauty tools. So that's 4. Alright, to start, we are starting with foundation. Alright, this new foundation is the NARS Long Wear Radiant Foundation. It's the Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation. That's how you say it. And guys, I love this. I love this so much. NARS came into South Africa. It is officially in South Africa since, if I'm not mistaken, the beginning of last year. Don't quote me on that, but they're officially here and I really wanted to give them a proper try now that they're here. And oh my gosh guys, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. Like, it's one of those iconic brands that makeup lovers always talk about, and you know, the hype is real here. I will say, having said all of that, there is a caveat, right? I don't think this is an all-season kind of foundation. I started wearing this when it was the middle of summer, actually the beginning of summer, and by the time we got into the middle of summer, my skin would look super glowy. It didn't look oily, but it would look super glowy, and I don't know if I like that look entirely. I like a glowy look. I like something that's like, oh, my skin but better, or you know, I drink 3 liters of water. That's how, you know, glowy your skin looks. But I don't want it to look too glowy where it borders on oily. And I think when you are smack in the middle of summer, this foundation can lean towards that. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this foundation for people with oily skin, but mine is combination to normal, so I really can get away with this. And I think in winter it's gonna be chef's kiss. Honestly, it is. Actually, any other season, I think it's only this particular space where it gets so hot and you know, you have to wear a little more powder and really watch your application in the middle of summer, especially the kind of summers that we've been having with the heat waves. I don't think any foundation will do, and so I don't think a radiant foundation is the kind of foundation you want to wear when it is extreme heat and sunny. But other than that, it is an absolute must buy. In terms of price, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation is $1,065 at the ARC store. Okay, so we're sticking to foundations, and now we're going to one that is tried and trusted. I have reviewed it on this channel, but I think it's worth a mention, and it is the Superstay Maybelline foundation. I am a 64 chestnut in the Maybelline, and I'm the Caracas. Caracas is my foundation range in the NARS. In case you feel like you are similar to me, Caracas here, which is more of like a warm neutral, I think. And then for Maybelline, I'm the 64 chestnut. This is perfect. Perfect all year round. It is got a matte finish, but it's not drying. It's still got that nice satin finish. I don't feel like I look too powdered or dry. I'm gonna link my review in my description box in case you're looking for a more detailed review on why I love the Maybelline foundation so much. Okay, we are still on Maybelline. This time we're doing the concealer. I've tried their infallible concealer before and I loved it, and I think it's discontinued because it's been really hard to find lately. I've looked in a number of stores, and that's where my frustration really lies, because I'll find such a limited range of concealers, and a lot of them will go the lightest beige ranges versus the ones that are darker and reflect more of the demographic. But having said that, I have tried the Superstay, the same range as the foundation, the Superstay Activewear Maybelline, and I've tried it in number 45, which is not my shade range. It's like a shade lighter. I've loved this so far. The coverage is full on, let me tell you, full on, but so good. A little goes a long way. I recommend it. If you struggle with dark dark under eyes, then I would actually recommend something like this, because it is quite full coverage, and yeah, it's great. So this next product I found because I follow a makeup artist here on YouTube. Her name is Ali Andrea, and I love her. If you're looking for a makeup artist to give you tips and tricks on how to apply makeup, she is a French-based, Paris-based makeup artist, and she really is just so good, so thorough, so detailed. I'll leave her channel details in my description box as well. And she recommended this, and I bought it based on her recommendation, and I'm so glad I did. It is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. This is so good, guys. It really, like, I don't think I've ever had a setting spray like this. It sets your makeup like I've never felt my makeup set before. Like, it's one of those products, once you set your makeup and you try and change something, oh, forget about it, your makeup is ruined. Like, it starts crumbling. That's how set your makeup gets. Like, it creates this weird like texture thing once you try and move it around. So like, once you set your makeup, you set your makeup, but oh boy, does it just look so good. It is honestly one of the best products I've bought of 2024. Beauty products I've bought of 2024 is this L'Oreal one. I had tried this and paired it with the NARS, and this is where the super glowy and borderline oily look was created. And so I wasn't sure what it was, whether it was this or it was the NARS foundation. But when I paired this with the Maybelline, it is just so good. Like, my makeup literally sits, and one of my favorite aspects about this is that my makeup doesn't transfer. One of the things I hate the most is makeup transferring like onto your hands, and then when you're writing on paper, like your makeup's everywhere, or it gets in your clothes, or it just looks so untidy. And so the fact that this really helps with really locking in your makeup and it not transferring, it's such a plus. In terms of price, it's around that 280 it's around the 280 to 300 rand range, but I think it's worth a purchase, and it lasts a long time. It's so good. This is something that you are going to keep using, and for all skin types, like, I think oily skin, dry, combination with normal, this is a great one. Okay, another new product that I tried last year is Huda Beauty's what do they call this? All right, it is the Huda Beauty liquid blush filter in Black Cherry. First of all, this color is such a, I wouldn't normally pull this color if I had to look at a full range of blushes in front of me. I usually go for more coral or pinks. I find like that orangey glow or that pink glow really suits me. But this cherry surprised me. So I bought this the same day I bought NARS, the NARS foundation. And when I was at the ARC store, the lady was just like, you know, if you're looking for a blush, why don't you try this, you know? And I'm always game for trying new products. And I hadn't really tried liquid blush yet. It's something that I wanted to, and so I was willing to try it out. And then she's the one who recommended I try this cherry one, and I really like it. It's I don't know, I'm using it right now, so this is what the color looks like. A little goes a long way. I dab maybe 1 or 2 dots on each, and let me show you. Let me open up so that you can actually see what it looks like. So you see what it looks like over there. So that really, like, you literally just dab 1 2 1 2, and that's enough. Anything more than that and it just goes all over. Like, it's really pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And it's small, but you can tell I'm gonna have this for a long time. In terms of price range, you can find this at the ARC store for 545 Rand. And again, I said a little goes a long way, so you're gonna have this for so long. I bought this, I can't even remember, but like late last year, and I've hardly done damage to this thing. This is gonna last me most of this year for sure. I'm actually gonna go and look for other ranges. I love it that much. And I probably am gonna look at other brands as well and try their liquid foundations. I don't know, I love them. I love the way it sits on. My kind of makeup it's like a glowy, but like soft matte. I don't know, like that hybrid. Like, I don't want to look too glowy. I do want that long way full coverage look, but I do also want like second skin finish. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always trying to play around with that, and I think the liquid foundation is perfect for that. Like, it looks just like glowy. There's no other word to explain it. Like, if you look here, like, it just looks like it's kind of light and not too powdery. That's the type of look I'm always looking for when it comes to my makeup. And so I really love this, and I can't wait to try the other colors. All right, my next product is something that I've also mentioned before in my previous products, but I do think it's worth a mention because the hype is real, and there's a reason why there's so much hype around this product. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. This has been on a number of Beauty Best awards for a number of years. It's affordable, but it's really great. Like, the kind of lashes it gives you is just so, it's thick and voluminous, and it really makes your eyes pop. I love the kind of effect it gives my eyelashes, and I have bought this a number of times. It's one of those products I replenish over and over. I'm actually due for another one, so it's one of the products that I was like, okay, I need to go out and buy this one and get another one. I need to go out and get another one for my makeup kit. So if you're looking for a good mascara, this L'Oreal one is great. I don't like the way it dries out towards the end, I will be honest, but besides that, it lasts a long time. It's really great in terms of application. I love it. It's worth a purchase, I think. All right, we're back to Maybelline, and this is more so for my nude girlies. I've got this ink crayon that has really seen better days in terms of the condition it's in, but it really still does the job. I'll show you a little close up on what it looks like. It looks like a pencil. It looks like a crayon, so the name is very self-explanatory. But this is a rouge. This is rouge, ink crayon in rouge, and it's so great as a nude lip. So what I usually do is I go with my trusted MAC chestnut lip liner, and then I'll use this in the middle as a pinky nude, and that combination is just so good. That's what I have today. It literally just looks like my lips but better, and so yeah, that's what we're working with. So this is what I love. If you're looking for a good nude, look at Maybelline. They have really good selections there. And then finally, for my makeup, I have the Fenty bronzer that, again, I've mentioned before, but I don't think people talk about bronzer enough on black girls, and it's such an injustice because it makes such a difference. I saw such a difference in my makeup. I feel like it made me look warmer. I can't explain it. It's such a light addition to your makeup, but it makes such an impact. Like, the way it warms up your face and the perimeter is just really gorgeous. And I don't think a lot of black and brown girls have been taught that bronzers are for them. It always felt like bronzers were for people who were lighter or paler and who wanted to look a lot more tan. But I've come to realize that it actually just warms up your skin, and so this is something that I would recommend. Ew, it's reflecting weirdly. This I would recommend to anybody. I got mine in Cocoa Naughty 07. I would like to try something a little darker. This one is kind of perfect shade for my skin. I just want to show you what it looks like. So it kind of hits my skin tone exactly, but I'd love to see how something slightly darker would look on me. I think that might be quite interesting. But if you're looking for a bronzer, I would definitely try the Fenty one. I think they are amazing and they're worth purchasing for sure. In terms of price, the bronzer, the Fenty bronzer is 840 Rand. I've had this for so long. I think that's the thing about makeup. Like, it might seem quite expensive initially, but when you realize how long it lasts you, it's like it's cost per wear. Like, you really get your money's worth. I have not had to buy bronzer in so long, and so I think it's worth it. So yeah, 840 for the Fenty bronzer, in case you're looking for one or you want to try one. Definitely worth it. All right. Okay, so that's that for makeup, and now we're going into skincare and body care. I actually realized this is my biggest area of loves, and that I'm probably more of a skincare girly than I am a makeup girly. And one of my resolutions this year is I want to become more of a makeup girly, because I actually really love makeup. I'm just super lazy to try out different styles, and so I end up having the same face because it's 10 minutes, it's quick, it's easy. But I want to push myself a little this year and kind of try out new makeup looks, you know, more cat eyes and deeper reds and different lipsticks, and I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, I mean, but I do want to try a few more looks and just test them out and see how that looks. I'm always looking for cleansers that are in a good price range, but also quite effective and really good. And so the two that I have are the Nivea Refreshing Lotus Flower. This is got hydramine, and I'm not sure what that does exactly, but it's for normal and combination skin, which is mine. And it really is super light. It's got that water, again, it says a wash gel, right? So it's got that very watery gel-like texture. The reason why I have two cleansers here is because I double cleanse. I wear makeup every day, and so it's necessary for me to double cleanse. And what I used to do is use cleansing balms or even coconut oil to start off with my first cleanse, and I found that it wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be. I would still have slight residues of makeup after double cleansing, and that's insane. Like, you can't wash your face twice and still have makeup left on your skin. And so I shifted to something that was more water-based and gel-like as my first cleanser, which is the Nivea. And then as my second cleanse, I use this Neutrogena Skin Detox. Absolutely love this. This is like a clay mask. So it's a 2-in-1 clay wash and mask, and it's got glycolic acid. This is so good. It is gentle for all skin, which is what I always look for, sensitive or normal to combination, but it's a great second wash for me. As a standalone, it wasn't deep enough for me to get all the stuff that I need to get off my skin, and so the combination has worked so well for me, and this is what I use every night. And honestly, my skin has thanked me for it, because towards the end of last year I was breaking out and I wasn't sure what was going on. And so once I shifted to this as my double cleanse, my skin kind of reset and just like went back to normal. And so love this for me and love this for you guys, because these are affordable. All right, the Nivea wash gel is 96 Rand at Clicks, and the Neutrogena Skin Detox is 118 Rand. So that's what you're getting for these two cleansers. And then as a replenisher, I use this Nature's Nourishment Rose Water for face and body. So I get this from Dischem, and it has, I use it as a toner, by the way, or what do you call it? Like an essence water, essence spray. And so this has aloe, and it's got distilled water and rose flower oil, and this is so good for my skin. Like, honestly, as a toner, a gentle toner, I literally just spray it on and just leave it to kind of dry in and set. It's great. It does soothe and moisturize my skin the way it promises. And I've been using this for years now. And I really think if you're looking for a gentle toner, this is something to look into. It's from Nature's Nourishment, and I only get this at Discount. I don't find this at Clicks or any other store, and so if you're looking for it, definitely worth a mention. All right, next up is The Ordinary, the glycolic acid 7% exfoliating toner. So I went into, I think it was the Arc again. I really like the Arc store, by the way. But so I was in the Arc store, and I was doing what one usually does, which is perusing. And I always gravitate towards The Ordinary. I just think I really love the brand. Everything I've used so far from the brand I've really enjoyed, and so I've heard so much about this. If you're on TikTok, you know there was a craze, it was trending at some point, and for different reasons. And so I wanted to try it out because I wanted to see what the hype was about, right? When I got to the store and I was asking about this, the lady there was like, listen, yes, buy it. Great for your armpits, great for your bikini area. Be super careful about your face, because if you don't have enough sunscreen and you're out in the sun, you will go darker. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, no, babe, listen, if you are using this and you're not using SPF 50 and you are not careful, even at night, like she went on like literally 5 minutes of just be wary, like be careful, this thing will get your face looking darker than you actually want, so like tread lightly. So I was like, say less. You don't have to tell me twice. So in terms of my face, I don't use it that often. I'll use it like once a week, and even then I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? You know, like what's the day looking like? Am I going to be out and about? So I listen to her advice and I tread carefully on in terms of my face. But I have been using this quite a bit on my armpits. As you can see, I've used quite a bit already, and it's been interesting. Like, I don't know, like I've heard that it really helps in terms of stabilizing your sweat glands, or like not making you sweat that much or even smell that much. And I will say that I do feel like I'm less sweaty in that area. Does that make sense? And so that's one thing that I've realized about using it. The reason why I did want to use it in my armpits is because I just wanted to lighten them slightly. I mean, my armpits aren't super dark, to be honest, but I did want them to have a lot more of a even tone look, and so I've seen that, and that's really been helpful. I've also tried on my bikini area. The jury's still out because I'm not that consistent. I don't know, I'm a little scared. It's sensitive, you know, I don't want to mess around too much, and so I haven't been that consistent there, but I will keep going to see if it works or not. But yeah, so far so good. I've seen a difference in my armpits, and it probably does make a difference in your bikini area if you feel like it's an area that you really want to try. So I think that glycolic acid is worth it if you're trying to even out a specific area in your body. Again, like the lady said in the Arc store, be careful, especially if it's an area that's exposed to the sun and just the outdoors. Make sure you always got a good SPF sunscreen, SPF 50. Make sure you're fully covered. But yeah, so far I'm really loving this. I'll probably purchase it again, and yeah, really try my face. I don't know, I feel like I haven't really given it a proper chance because I just got scared, and so I'm gonna give that a try as well. All right, the next one is the Fenty Skin Pre-Show Glow. I've spoken about this as well a number of times. Pre-Show Glow has really helped. I mean, I didn't have texture skin, but honestly I've seen a difference. Hey, like I feel like my skin always just looks really smooth out, and like, you know, like exfoliated, you know, like the way it's supposed to be exfoliated. So I use this once a week. If I'm really good and consistent, I'll use it twice a week, but that's as far as I go. It is quite strong. I do feel quite tingly when I use it still, and so a great chemical exfoliant. So if you're looking for a chemical exfoliant, use once or twice a week. This is really good. I would recommend this over and over again. Yeah, I think tread carefully whenever it's something that's chemical related. Always SPF 50. Always make sure you don't overdo it, because in your skin you can lose your skin barriers, what do they call it, health of it, right? And so just tread carefully when it comes to chemical exfoliants is what I always advise. And again, I'm not a skincare expert. This is just from what I've experienced and what I think really works for my skin. So always do a patch test. Always go in and ask the questions that you need to ask, just so you make sure that it works for you, right? Okay. This has seen better days. Please forgive the look, but it's because it's been used so well. And you know, that's how you can tell that this really works. When I'm showcasing products that are like well used. Okay. So this is the body oil, right? This is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula with vitamin E. Hello, somebody? Guys, my skin, and I mean, not to toot my own horn, but toot, my skin is looking so good lately. Like, I'm talking soft and moisturized. And even if, like, you know when you're wearing a tank top and you just kind of catch a reflection, catch a glimpse of yourself, it just looks moisturized even in the middle of the day. Like, it'll just have like a glisten or like a something, you know, that tells you person's well moisturized. That's what it gives. So let me tell you, I used to use, so this is a shower a body oil, right? And I always keep this. So this is a body oil and I always keep it in the shower. And so what I usually do is I'll go through my normal shower routine, and while I'm still standing in the shower dripping wet, I'll apply this body oil all over my body. And then I'll step out of the shower and kind of cover myself and then pat myself dry. I don't dry myself like vigorously. I pat myself dry so that the oil is still on and it's still absorbing, right? And then I go in with my normal moisturizer. That combination is just like, my skin has thanked me. I would recommend this one in particular because it has this, it's like a dry oil, so it's not too oily and it doesn't feel like it absorbs quickly. So it doesn't feel like you're going to be oily for long and like you have to worry about what you're wearing, that kind of thing. No, this absorbs quickly, and by the time you've got your moisturizer on, you're good to go and you can get dressed and bounce, right? So it's so good. Please invest in a body oil. I promise you, you'll thank me. You will thank me. All right. Okay, we're trying to get our body looking smooth, baby skin, beautiful and glowy. Big size pack of Epsom salts from Dr. Teal's. Now this is great because this is what I use as my base for my body scrub. I DIY my body scrub. Oopsie. I DIY my body scrub, and so I like using different oils and different smells, and just, you know, it's part of my like creative self-care practice, I guess. So I like buying this big packet of Epsom salts, and then I'll buy a jar and kind of create my own body scrub. And with this one, it's good. It's a shea butter and almond oil one, which is, I like both really a lot. Like, those are ingredients that I always look for when looking for these types of products. And so I'll do this, and then I'll add some coconut oil and essential oils depending on what I want to smell like. It might be like a vanilla essential oil or blood orange essential oil. It's just, it smells so good. I can smell it now just thinking about it. It's so beautiful. There's so many that you can think of, and like just add an almond oil. Sweet almond oil is really great as well. And so those are the types of things I'll add in and mix it up. I might add like a squeeze of lemon if I want, or a little bit of honey depending on what I'm feeling like. And just like get really creative, and I'll use this. And yeah, again, it's so good in terms of like getting a lot out of, getting bang for your buck. And yeah, if you're a DIY girly, try the Dr. Teal's. Fun fact, Dr. Teal's also has a body oil, so you might actually want to look into that. I've only found Dr. Teal's at Discam. I really like the brand, I really like this range, and so I think it's worth looking into if you are a DIY girly and you just like that kind of stuff. Buy you some Epsom salts and then get creative with the kind of body scrub that you want to do. Okie dokes, now we are doing hair care. I only have 3 products, and 2 I've mentioned before. I just think they're worth a mention because we are doing this overall beauty products that I've loved from 2024, and these are ones that I tried for the first, a lot of them actually are the ones that I tried for the first time last year, and I'm going to carry on into 2025, and I think are worth. These are the ones that like my highlights from last year. This Aunt Jackie's Oh So Strong Shine Boosting Moisturizer. Hello, so good. Biotin and honey. It makes your hair so shiny, but then doesn't feel sticky and still moisturizes your hair. I don't know what they put into this thing, but I love it. My son's hair always looks good. Both my boys' hair always looks good. My hair always looks good. It's just so good. I've bought this a number of times already because it really is. I don't think I'm going to buy another spray. Like, I haven't found a spray that does this for me, and so I really love this. I always tell you that I do the LCO method. So this is my liquid, and then I do a cream and an oil. This liquid is staying. It is it's so good. Another one that I mentioned last year is the Mayal Rosemary Mint Scalp Hair and Strengthening Oil. Oh my gosh, like my hair, I actually saw a difference literally in maybe a week of using it, especially on my edges. My edges get very thin very quickly, and so I always have to tread quite carefully in terms of the hairstyles I do. Even the ponies, like you see a ponytail like this, I don't do often because my edges are quite sensitive. But the minute I started using this, I started seeing a difference, and I've had to use it again because my edges again started looking a little shaky, and so I bought another bottle, and I know in a month my edges are going to start looking good again. So if you're having issues with your edges, not alopecia issues, because I think that requires a lot more intensive intervention, but like if you just feel like your edges are thinning, this is definitely something worth buying and looking into. My final product is one that is a final hair care product, is one that is an oldie for me, and probably an oldie for some of you as well. I grew up on ORS, and I grew up on hair mayonnaise. This is the type of hair mask that my mother used to use on me, and lately I wanted to try some of these OG brands and see if they still work on my hair. And honestly guys, like sometimes I feel like we get so caught up in these new trendy brands, and that we forget that the OG brands are really stuff that like works, and there's a reason why they're still standing. This is one of them. I used this the other day, and my hair felt so moisturized and soft, and it was so good, and it really is quite affordable as well. So if you're looking for a hair mask that is both strengthening and moisturizing, this one says it has nettle leaf, which is a great ingredient for hair, and horsetail extract. Definitely worth it. It's affordable. I do wish there was a bigger size, because this is two uses and then I'm done. You know, I've got a lot of hair, so there's no ways I'm gonna. And I think all hair masks in general, like it's one of those things that frustrates me so much. Like, why are you giving me a tub this big? You know, like whose hair are we dealing with? Anyway, that's my little rant, but I love this and I will be buying it again. final category, we are looking at beauty tools. All right, first one is this. So around the same time that I bought the cleansers, when I was struggling with my breakouts, I also bought this face wash scrub. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's one of those face wash tools, right? And so I usually use my so I'll start off with my first cleanser, and I'll use my hands during that because I don't want makeup on the face wash, the face brush. So I'll use my hands with the first cleanse, and then with my second cleanse I'll use this, and I'll really like go in and make sure that everything is kind of worked in, all the so like it becomes really sudsy and soapy, and then like I really get a good wash. And I think the combination of the two cleansers and this brush really cleared up my skin, because every time I'm done washing, it just feels like my skin feels super clean, you know, like I've really done a good wash of it. And so this is definitely something that I would recommend, especially if you have breakouts occasionally. Like, just look into something that really gets into your skin and really like washes it quite deeply. This might actually assist you. You do, I think, have to wash it quite like you have to make sure that you rinse it out quite deeply, because the bristles are so tightly meshed together that sometimes I feel like you won't rinse it out properly. So just be careful of that. That's my only thing. But besides that, this is great. I love it. It's really done. I think it's really impacted my skin really well. Okay, still on face. The next product or the next tool is this gua sha. Game changer. This small thing here, game changer. I'm at the age now where I have to really think about like how my face is looking, and also in the next couple of years I'm starting to think about more anti-aging methods and products, and the gua sha is a great one in that it just, like, I do this every night. So like once I've got all my products in, I just do it across my skin or my jawline, my temples, my forehead, and I've seen such a difference, guys. I promise you, this little tool here is just, it's magic. It's magic. There are so many videos that show you the gua sha routine. I'm not going to show you right now because I'm not an expert. I follow people, the gurus, who do it really well. But if you can, invest in a gua sha routine so that it really helps with the lines, especially here. Like my lines are starting to just get a little deeper. I can see it. And then also just to keep your face, it's a face massage, keeping it lifted, keeping it looking, you know, tight and like young and cute and what? Not young, but just looking, you know, fresh. I'm not trying to look young. I'm just trying to look like my best self. Do you know what I mean? So, the gua sha. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this chatty video about products that I really loved in 2024 and that I feel are worth purchasing again in 2025, and are products that are effective and deliver on what they promise. I am wishing you guys all the best in the coming year.